Stern lessons in life. Stop chasing after things and see what happens. Don't act like you have 10,000 years to waste. Death is right around the corner. Be useful while you are alive. It's within your power. Marcus Aurelius. Welcome to Win Stoic today. We'll be talking about an interesting subject. Stern lessons in life. What will happen if you stop running after it? Have you ever thought about what really happens when you stop pursuing someone and let the universe take its course? For example, when you decide to stop pursuing a woman, all of a sudden, you stop sending her messages, calling her, and trying to start conversations. But how does she feel when she realizes this? What changes in how she sees you, and what does she think when she realizes you've changed how you're talking to her? In this video, we'll talk about the mental and emotional changes that happen when a man stops trying to get a woman to like him. It's a strong lesson in letting go and watching how things happen naturally. Keep an eye out for when we share these secrets and insights. Let's start this journey of self-discovery and personal growth together by sharing your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. You feel like she's always watching you from afar. A woman might not want to talk to you or clarify what's going on. Instead, she might choose to watch you quietly, either on social media or by going to the same places you do. She might not send you a message or call you, instead choosing to watch in silence and come to her own conclusions. As she watches, her mind is full of questions. She looks at every post and photo, trying to figure out what's going on in your life and heart. Every like and comment is read with great care, looking for signs that confirm or deny her suspicions. It's not unusual for her to start interacting with your posts and photos on social media, subtly showing that she's interested. She may even try to get a reaction by sending cryptic messages on your posts. Sometimes she plays a game with you, dropping hints and staying close without making direct contact. What should you do in this situation? According to the Stoic way of thinking, the best thing to do is to stick to your decision not to contact them. Contacting them could make things worse. There needs to be more patience here. Marcus Aurelius said, "You have power over your mind, not over outside events." This is in line with letting things work out on their own instead of starting a talk that could be misunderstood. By staying calm and collected, you create a space where her true feelings and intentions can come out naturally. Have you ever been in a situation where staying quiet was more powerful than speaking up? This practice of patience and observation is at the heart of the Stoic mindset, which teaches us to focus on what we can control and let go of what we cannot. In relationships, this means not rushing to make contact or clear things up quickly. Instead, you should observe and let the other person's true intentions become clear over time. By following these principles, you embody the essence of the Stoic mindset, which teaches you to stay true to yourself and maintain control over your emotions and actions, which leads to more meaningful and honest relationships. Thinking about these Stoic lessons can help you grow as a person and improve the way you interact with others. Remember that Seneca said, "He who is brave is free." Accept this Stoic knowledge and let it lead you to a more balanced and satisfying life. How will you use these Stoic principles in your daily life to get a wine Stoic result? Second point, the first few days after you leave, she feels lonely. Imagine the moment when you decide to pull away from her. At first, she feels very alone, and if she really cares about you, this emptiness turns into a huge void. She was used to your presence, your attempts to get her attention, and the times you spent together. Suddenly, you disappear without a trace, leaving her with a lot of uncertainty. She thinks about your laughter, deep conversations, and comforting silences, and as she deals with the void left by your sudden absence, she will probably try to contact you to get answers and say she wants you to come back. Time seems to pass slowly as she waits for a response that never comes. Her mind is a storm of doubtful thoughts and fears about what might have happened to you. She remembers the exchange of messages and replays every moment, looking for signs to explain why you left so quickly. Of course, a lot of women may reach out of curiosity rather than real interest, but it's easy to tell when they're nostalgic or just wanting to satisfy their curiosity. A woman who misses you will show how she feels, but a woman who is interested will just ask questions without showing any love or care. Her nights get long and restless, and alone you are the only thing that can fill every shadow. Every reflection in the window makes her heart race with hope that you'll come back, but you're not there. As Marcus Aurelius said, the soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts. In modern times, this means that our actions and thoughts have a big effect on how we feel and what we think. This quote says it all about how a woman feels when you pull away. When you do, she is left with her thoughts, which can either bother her or help her learn more about how she feels about you. In this case, your absence becomes a powerful tool that shows her true feelings and plans. It's important to know that in the modern world of Stoicism, pulling away isn't a way to trick someone. It's a way to figure out their true goals and encourage Stoic happiness. When she feels your absence, it gives her a chance to think about her own feelings and wants. If she really cares about you, she'll miss you a lot and want to get back in touch. This is where Stoic happiness lies. In knowing and appreciating real links over fake ones, men are learning about Stoic life lessons. To understand the depth of a relationship, you need to step back and see what happens when you stop chasing someone and what comes out of the silence. In Stoicism, it's important to stay grounded and not let your emotions control your actions. By stepping back, you give her the space to understand how she feels, which can lead to a deeper connection if it's meant to be. Modern life often pushes us toward instant gratification and constant pursuit, but true Stoic happiness comes from patience and understanding the power of absence. This approach not only shows what someone is trying to hide, but it also strengthens your own resolve and sense of self-worth as you navigate these ideas. Remember that Stoicism isn't about having fun. It's about being strong and clear inside. Pulling away gives you time to think about what's important and how to get there. In the end, this leads to stronger connections and a more genuine sense of Stoic happiness. When a woman is uncomfortable, she won't do nothing. She sets up a series of tests to find out what you're doing. She wants to know if you're seeing someone else or if you've just lost interest in her. To find out the truth, she asks seemingly innocent questions or tries to get close to you again by showing affection and interest. But underneath this calm exterior, a storm of emotions rages. She goes back and forth between hoping that things will go back to normal and fear that her suspicions will be proven. Every move you make and word you say is carefully looked over for signs of betrayal or lack of interest. During this time, you need to be very careful. And this is when a man is most likely to give in to her, which could ruin everything. The urge to say yes to her is strong, especially when her eyes show how much she misses you, but you need to fight the urge to give in to keep your pride and dignity. If you've decided to stop pursuing her, don't give in until she proves herself worthy of your love. In these situations, time is the best judge, and you should let it do its thing while closely watching what she does. Once a woman has a man's attention again, she may treat him badly again, so you should wait and watch how she treats you. As painful as it may be, it's better to keep your dignity and self-esteem than to give in to a relationship based on manipulation and emotional games. Imagine you are running in a marathon and all of a sudden you realize you have been going the wrong way. What would you do? Would you keep going the wrong way because you have already come so far? Or would you stop, look around, and find the right way? Getting through this situation is a lot like getting through relationships and personal exchanges. It's easy to get caught up in the present and let your feelings guide your actions. But what if you stop chasing after things that were no longer good for you? By taking a step back, you can see the bigger picture and figure out what's really important and who really cares about you. This Stoic life lesson is about realizing that sometimes not chasing after someone or something lets you see their true colors and intentions. It's about putting your pride and respect for yourself ahead of getting what you want right away. A young professional named Alex was deeply involved in a romantic relationship that started to show signs of imbalance. His partner, who felt neglected, started testing his loyalty through subtle manipulations and emotional games. Instead of chasing after her and falling into the trap of always trying to prove his worth, Alex decided to take a step back and focus on his own growth and well-being. Over time, he watched how she responded to his absence. She tried to win him back at first, but soon went back to being rude. Alex realized that by not chasing after her, he saved himself from more emotional turmoil and kept his self-esteem. So the next time you feel the urge to chase after something or someone, remember the Stoic life lessons and ask yourself, is this really worth my energy and self-respect? What is Stoicism teaching me about valuing myself and my well-being? By following these Stoic principles, you give yourself the power to make better, more satisfying decisions. How often do you chase after things that drain your energy and don't give you much in return? Feel free to share your thoughts in comments 1 and 2 if you can. Have you ever been chasing someone all the time, only to feel forgotten and disrespected? Let's take a step back and look at the lessons that Stoics have taught us about life. Learn the power of letting go and see what happens when you stop chasing someone who doesn't care about you. If a woman seems uninterested in you, it's time to check your approach. Know that taking a step back won't always make her run back to you. It was Marcus Aurelius who said that the happiness of your life rests on the thoughts you have. This quote is especially true when you think about how complicated relationships can be. Sometimes a woman's lack of interest is just a clear sign that she doesn't care about your absence. It's important to accept that there are many factors at play. Thinking that stepping back will guarantee her return is setting yourself up for disappointment. A woman will only go after a man if she's really interested in him. If she doesn't show love or care for you, it's a clear sign that it's not worth your time to keep putting effort into this one-sided relationship. If you keep going after a woman who only gives you small amounts of care, you're giving up a lot more than you deserve. You should respect yourself enough to know when it's time to move on and find someone who really wants to be with you. The Stoics teach us that respecting ourselves and treating others with honor is important in all parts of life, even in our relationships. You are hurting yourself if you let a woman play with your feelings, disrespect you, and treat you like you're not important. You deserve to be treated with dignity and respect in any relationship. Always remember to look for relationships based on mutual respect. With all the dating apps and social media out there, this advice is more important than ever. It's easy to get caught up in the chase and forget how valuable you are. The teachings of Stoicism today remind us to put our own happiness and self-respect first. It's important to know when someone isn't returning your efforts and to have the courage to walk away. This isn't about playing games. It's about knowing your worth and not settling for less than you deserve. So, stop chasing someone who doesn't value you and see what happens. Today, follow the advice of Stoicism and put your own happiness first. Realize that stepping back isn't about making someone else see how valuable you are. It's about seeing how valuable you are and refusing to settle for less. This approach is in line with Stoic ideas and also makes it possible for real connections based on mutual respect and affection. As we wrap up this look at the power of stopping the chase, I hope these thoughts have helped you understand the complexities of relationships better. Keep in mind that every case is different and needs to be handled with care. You should never let people who don't see your worth put you down or devalue you. Value yourself and look for relationships based on equal respect. You deserve to be loved and respected, so don't settle for less. If you liked this video, please like it and share it with friends who might also find these thoughts helpful. Also, please subscribe to Win Stoic for more uplifting material. Please let me know what you think. What have you learned from these principles? Leave a comment below and let's talk about it. Also, don't miss the next videos to learn more about how to seduce someone. Keep growing and staying strong. Ignoring a woman, the dark psychology of its stern lessons in life. Stoic life lessons, the dark psychology of ignoring a woman. What you're about to see in this video could completely change how you think about relationships and how people connect with each other. You are welcome to stay with me and carefully listen to every thought I share, even if you want to skip ahead. I promise that fully understanding the idea I'm about to talk about is essential for getting the most out of it. Have you ever wondered why some women are sexually drawn to some men and not at all to others? If you think it has to do with looks or money, think again. Many good-looking and wealthy men still have trouble connecting with women on a deeper level. So what's the real secret? There is one main strategy that makes all the difference: ignoring high value. Men know how powerful attention is and, even more importantly, how powerful it is to not give it. Most men don't realize that ignoring a woman can have a strong magnetic effect on her. Women want attention, and when you strategically withhold it, you become a captivating challenge. There's a dark psychology behind this technique, and by the end of this video, you'll learn how to use it effectively. Ready to dive into this interesting topic? Let's talk about the dark psychology of ignoring women and the Stoic life lessons behind it. Before you think about ignoring her, you need to show the courage and determination of a high-value guy. Being passive will not get you anywhere. Taking charge and being proactive is the key to a happy life and meaningful relationships. As the Stoic philosopher Seneca said, luck is what happens when preparation meets chance. Important men show this principle by going up to women with unwavering confidence and drive. Rejection and failure are not things to be afraid of, but things to welcome as necessary parts of the learning and growth process. It is better to face the possibility of being turned down than to live with the regret of never having tried. Every interaction with a woman, whether it ends in success or failure, is a chance to learn something. These men know that even when they are turned down, they can learn important things that will help them in the future. A high-value man is one who isn't afraid to take chances. There are many chances in life for those who are brave enough to take them. Being brave is a good trait that will help you get places. That shyness and doubt, I could never. By following these Stoic life lessons, you will not only improve your relationships with women, but you will also develop a strong and resilient mindset that will help you in all parts of your life. What is Stoicism if not the ability to handle life's challenges with grace and strength? Follow the Stoic principles, and you will find that your path to personal and relationship success becomes clearer and easier to reach. In today's digital world, women often get too much attention from men on social media, which can boost their egos before the day even starts. Man knows that her attention is valuable and shouldn't be given away for free. He may start a conversation and build a connection, but he also knows how important it is to know when to back off. By putting himself on her radar and then pulling back, he sets himself apart from people who are always trying to get her attention. This can confuse women, making them wonder why he doesn't run after them like everyone else. He can do this by saving his attention for special occasions. You make a woman want to get your attention more by giving off an air of wonder and allure. This isn't about playing games. It's about setting priorities for your important tasks and goals. Picture putting all of your energy into growing as a person, your work and your passions, and letting your accomplishments and self-confidence speak for themselves. This strategy not only makes you happier as a Stoic, but it also shows what Stoicism is all about in this day and age, when self-control and living with a purpose are valued. Consider a modern example of a man who spends his time on his job and personal growth, doing things that make his life better instead of looking for approval online. When he talks to women, his confidence and busy schedule make him more interesting. Women start to notice and enjoy how dedicated he is to his life's work. They also find that when he gives them his attention, it means more to them. How do you think focusing on your own growth can change the way your relationships work? This strategy teaches us the value of self-worth and how important it is to focus our energy on meaningful activities instead of seeking superficial approval. By doing this, you create a life with purpose and attract deeper connections. Follow these Stoic rules to make your life and relationships better, and let your deeds show how much you're worth. Important men know how valuable they are and believe in their ability to draw women because they know that women see them as equals, not superiors or unreachable. This tough mentality helps them stay calm and sure of themselves, which makes them very beautiful. Many men get nervous and anxious around attractive women because they don't believe in themselves. But the key is to develop genuine charisma by having a strong belief in yourself. Picture yourself at the top of your game, radiating strength and confidence in every interaction. Stop arguing about what a good man should be and become one, as Marcus Aurelius wisely said. Recognize and value your own merit. As you get stronger physically, mentally, and emotionally, it will be harder for any woman to scare you. What can you do today to feel better about yourself and adopt this Stoic attitude? Remember that the path to self-improvement is an ongoing one. Accept the challenges and keep growing, knowing that a Stoic attitude will lead you to becoming the best version of yourself. You put a lot of value on men like me. Important men don't fear being alone. Instead, they see it as a chance to reflect and grow as a person. If you have a Stoic mindset, you know that your worth isn't based on your relationship status or whether you have a woman by your side. A true Stoic knows that happiness and confidence come from within, not from outside approval. Being self-assured is very attractive because it shows that you are whole on your own. This doesn't mean that high-value men do want company, but they know the difference between wanting and needing a woman. They look for partners who will make their lives better, not complete them. By being picky about who they date, they make sure they are surrounded by people who are like that, who truly cheer them on in their journey. As Marcus Aurelius said, "The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts." How can you develop a mindset that values self-improvement over outside approval? By focusing on your inner strength and realizing that true happiness comes from within, you can attract the right people into your life. What can you do today to start putting a high value on your solitude? Man, have you ever thought how some men can easily get respect and handle relationships with clarity and purpose? Learn from the Stoic life lessons that high-value men use to keep their cool and stay focused in interactions, especially when dealing with the challenges of modern dating. Men know that being straight and clear in their interactions is important because it builds respect and keeps people from misunderstood each other. They say vague things and say no to the friend zone. Realizing that sending mixed messages only leads to confusion, they talk to each other on purpose, not using too many emojis or unnecessary words in their texts, which often make their message and meaning less clear. Marcus Aurelius once said, "Don't waste time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one high value." This is what they stand for. It comes from the Stoic principles that teach the value of inner character and the embodiment of masculine energy. Men are direct and don't waste time or energy on pointless fights or small talk. They know that it's better to face rejection and move on than to waste time in relationships that don't make them happy. Stoics teach that people should accept what they can't change. For example, when a woman plays games, a high-value man ignores her, sending a clear message that he will not stand for disrespect or manipulation. This behavior shows how to keep your dignity and choose where to focus your emotional energy wisely. In today's world, men need to be picky about who they date so they don't waste time on people who don't deserve it. To do this, they should follow these Stoic life lessons and learn what Stoicism is. As we wrap up this video on the dark psychology of ignoring women's Stoic life lessons, men can go through relationships with confidence, clarity, and a deep sense of purpose, making sure that their actions are in line with their values and goals. Let's go over the main points we talked about. We looked at the psychological effects of ignoring behavior and how knowing these dynamics can give us more power in our personal and professional relationships. By following these Stoic principles, we can build emotional strength, resilience, and clarity. For your own growth and happiness, I want you to think about these lessons and use them in your daily life. Please share your thoughts and experiences in the comments section below. How have these principles played out in your own life? Your answers can help others on their path. If you liked this content, please subscribe to Stoic and hit the notification bell to get the latest videos. Together we can grow and thrive. Thanks for taking the time to watch. See you in the next movie, where we'll keep talking about things that help us reach our full potential. Until then, be strong and calm.